Well, hello racing fans, and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for Friday the 20th of June, where we race in Gqeberha. As always, we on the turf track at Fairview, and we got some feature races to look forward to: the 150,000 Rand East Cape Breeders' Stakes, and we got the first leg of the East Cape Fillies and Mares Challenge. So we got that East Cape Breeders' Stakes on Friday, and of course on Sunday it's the KZN Breeders' Day at Hollywoodbets Greyville. So let's get straight into it for race number one. Grant Paddock waiting on the line. Race number one is the start of the bipod, and you need to get on the tote by 12:25, and it's over 1,000 meters. We bring up the field and have a look at some betting. Number one, Buffalo Bill, is at 18-10. Then horse number two, Casino King, Justin Snate, is in town, 17-10. 4, Zambezi Sunset, is at 11-2, and we got a 9-2 shot here in horse number 9. Yeah, we greet and say hello to Grant Paddock, and I trust that he's well. And what does the card look like, Grant?
Yeah, morning D's, morning punters. Weather's good, first of all. That's important for this place. But top class weather, racing should go ahead on the grass. Card looks fairly difficult, D's. I'm not going to tell you a lie. There's a couple of horses that stand out, but it looks like it's an exotic day, place accumulator, that kind of day. Not very easy at all.
Okay, let's get straight into race number one. I read out the betting. Number two, Casino King, the visitor for Justin Snate, is at 17-10, Grant. But you got a local that put in a very good run from Tara Lang stable. Number one, Buffalo Bill.
100% D's. You know, Buffalo Bill ran a very good race first time out. Very, very green going to the start, but in the race he pretty much knew what he was doing. For me, the big concern here is the cut back to the 5 furlongs. This horse is bred out of a Western Winter Mare, bred to go a trip. They're probably just giving him his second educational run to get rid of that greenness. Nice horse, nice, well put together horse, and I can see him running on smartly, third, fourth position around there. They're going to have to run to beat the Casino King here, number 2 from the Justin Snate yard. They're probably looking for the last couple of the bonuses that might be floating around. Got a fair enough Cape Town form to be competitive. It's not an overly strong field. Number 9, Sombrille, ran a very good race last time out on the grass. She's on the right side of the course at drawn 4 with Andrew Fortune up. She's got to be a runner. She's got to be a big runner, in fact. And then from the Greek yard, Emmanuel Cacnus with Shadley Fortune up, the horse's focal point. Nice horse, doing well back home. I can see this horse running into back end of quartets as well. Number 4, Zambezi Sunset, Richard Fourie, Alan Greef. Was all at sea first time out, very, very green over the 1,200 meters, ran on a bit late, but he's definitely another horse that's going to be looking for the bend, probably just another educational run to bring him on. These tipping at 2, 9, 1 and 6. I'm in the camp of Casino King.
2, 9, 1 and 6, and Grant is giving you some nice outsiders there to include in your trifectas and quartets. But let's see how this Snake runner goes in race number 1 with that Western Cape maiden form. Race 2 will kick off the place accumulator. You need to get on by 1,300 hours, 1,400 meters the distance. Juvenile plate for fillies. The betting is like so. Number 1, Darling's Buds of May. Money here, Grant, 11-2 into 9-2. There's some anti-post betting support for Zwanel's runner. Then we go on to number 4, Golden Croc at 7-1. 9-10, number 6, Sylvan Mistress, and 2-1, number 8, Zena's Act. Yeah, we mentioned that Snate is in town, maybe the stable to follow, taking on the likes of Greef and Smith down in the Eastern Cape. But Richard Fourie's mount is the odds-on shot here, 9-10, Grant.
Yeah, listen, she's had her opportunities to win a race, I must be honest with you. But this is not a very strong field at all. But she's no good thing at 9-10. I wouldn't be running out and taking 9-10. But she's a place accumulator bank. I can't see her missing the first 3. She should fight it out with Zena's Act from the Snaith yard. The rest of them are more hopeful trifecta quartets horses. The 2 Jeanelle horses, Darling Buds of May and Golden Croc. They'll probably fill up the quartets. But Sylvan Miss is not going to have it much easier than this. She should win, but she's no good thing. And I'm tipping at 6, 8, 1 and 4.
Well, at least we got a banker in the P8 and Grant. Top 3 confident here with number 3, Sylvan Mistress. I had a look at these legs of the pick 6, and I think it's definitely worth a go. on Friday. It's a maiden plate over 1,400 meters, and this will be leg one of the big one, the Big Six, 13:35. Number one is a scratching at the time of recording. Number two, which is American Matador, that's at 8-1. Horse number 4 is also scratched. We've got a 17-10 shot here, granted. Number 5, Golden Grey, who's having his 23rd run to try and get it right, but the recent form is encouraging. And then we got the improvement factor to come from the 2-year-old, number 15, Exalted Love, for Justin Snaith, and that has attracted some anti-post betting support from 15-10 into 13-10. 1,400 meters. Draw 1 for the 2-year-old, number 15, Exalted Love, with those Western Cape form lines. Against a local, I must just say, the 3 runs here in the Eastern Cape have been good. So, let's not take time into account that the horse is having 22 runs. Just the 3 runs in the Eastern Cape, very good, Grant.
Yeah, very good, very costly. There's no doubt. He doesn't try at all, this horse. He'll travel like a winner through the 200, and if he gets to the front at the 200, he'll dig his toes in, and that'll be enough. He's good enough. He's a place accumulator banker. There's no doubt. He'll have to run to beat Exalted Love. There's no doubt about that. From a 1 draw with Yeni up, stepped up in trip last time out and really enjoyed it. So there's no problem with the distance. Only question mark why I haven't banked it is that he's down at Port Elizabeth. It's a right-handed turn, something completely different. And with a 2-year-old, we race rough down here. We don't play around. And if he gets caught out of his ground, he might just find it difficult. Golden Grey, he'll be in the first 3. There's no doubt. But the horse to beat, definitely the 15. Bigger perms, American Matador, been rested and gelded, and Fizzly Bubbly ran a decent race last week. We just got to see if he takes his turn on Friday. But I'm tipping it 15, 5, 2 and 60s.
15-5, a form result for the top 2 selections. 2 and 6 could be considered for trifectas and quartets, but Grant suggesting that this 2-year-old with those Western Cape form lines could be good enough. And we'll see how he goes with blinkers on for the first time. Just keep an eye on declarations, but carded to race with blinkers for the first time. Race number 4, 14-10. It's over 1,200 meters. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares. The betting, number 1, Ring a Ling, is at 5-1. Horse number 2, Lady Bomber, at 7-1. Then we're going to Keep Happy, which is a 7-1 shot. And the balance, we got a 13-10 shot here, Grant, in Kerry Mitchney's runner, You're So Special. Yeah, I looked at the field and I see these, like number 1, first run for Cliffy Miller. Tyra Lang's got a horse that will be debuting for her, coming through for those Gauteng form lines. Even a guy like Alan Creef has got a runner that used to be with Lucinda Woodruff. So a lot of horses, unknowns here, bringing in form lines from other racing jurisdictions, Grant. So it can be a bit tricky when you try to analyze the form against number 15, the 2-year-old.
Yeah, 100% it is very tricky with regards to Ring-a-Ling and Lady Bomber. They're both coming off breaks, and they with stables that normally like to give them 1 or 2 runs to bring them on. So we got to look at the betting there. There has been no betting support as of yet, so they're probably going to need the run. With regards to You're So Special, she's done everything right. She was beaten by the better horse last time. Actually, the draw caught her out. She was on the wrong side of the course, and very good run. That 3-kilo pull is going to be a massive help for her. There's no doubt. Against the older horses. With regards to Keep Happy, got absolutely no form over further in Cape Town. She'll probably have to improve. There's no talk on the ground as well. So let's just watch how she goes. My second choice in the race is this horse that Louis Mkoto is riding for Gavin Smith's Time in Paris. Got a decent form lines, and she should be there and thereabouts, as to Ruby Claire. But a tricky kind of a race, these, where I'm tipping it 15, 5, 4 and 8.
15, 5, 4 and 8, and you're either going to go in quite confidently with the form of the 2-year-old against these horses, or you're going to play for a result. But Grant going with 15 and 5 as his top 2 selections, and 5, by the way, racing fans, Time in Paris is in double figures, so that could be a nice find for whatever bets you are playing. Race number 5 is a merit rated 78 handicap. The distance is 1,000 meters. Now, Number 2, a Crowned Hornbill, first run for the yard with, a hat trick of wins now on the cards. That's trading at 2-1. Then we have a horse number 7, Beechamwood Boy, at 4-1. Yeah, taking a long time for that next career win, but he's a 7-time winner, and maybe he needed some help from the handicapper. Then we got number 10, Munchkin, at 7-1, and it's double figures, the balance. Grant, I just want your thoughts on Zietsman Oosthuizen's horse here, number 9, Swiss Walt, because when I took down the betting, I was surprised the horse is not in single figures, 10-1.
D's much better form on the poly track, to be very honest with you. If it was a poly race, he'd be a massive runner. His form on the grass is not as good as his poly. And this is a very tricky race. I've got to be honest with you. This horse, Beechamwood Boy, second run after a rest. He looked like he was going to need his first run and actually ran a very good race. I think the 5 furlongs is going to be a bit on the sharp side. He'd probably be better over the 6 here in Port Elizabeth. They're going to go very, very quick. Crown Hornbill, he's got the right kind of a form. That's strong form. He won his maiden year and went back to Cape Town and won again there out of the maidens, and that's a sign of a decent horse. And then you've got to look at these bottom weights, Munchkin, Bonjour Laville, Revilius, all very, very quick horses that are going to get out and rock and rolling. And it might be difficult for these heavy-weighted horses to pick them up. But a very tricky race in all bets, D's. I'm tipping at 2, 7, 11, and 12, but punters need to really go a bit wider here, especially in the pick 6.
I think that is sound advice there, because this race, I don't think you are going to get a form result if number 2, Crown Hornbill, is not up to the task at hand. This could be the quartet to catch here, and that's race number 5. Race number 6 is the East Cape Breeder Stakes. It's over 1,200 meters, and let's go to the betting here. I spliced the main brace, number 1, 12-10. Then we got number 2, Winter Greeting, at 9-2. Number 4, Gimmy's Lassie, is at 7-1. And yep, it's double figures, the balance. Grant, it's attracted a very good field. The horses that take their place here, whilst a horse like Splice, the main brace, possibly will be the horse that sets the standard. There's some good form amongst the opposition.
Yeah, he's 100%. Splice, the main brace, no value at 12-10. She's coming off a 3-month break, so she's going to have a bit of ring rust. There's no doubt about that. I'm very much in the camp of Gimmy's Lassie. Racing fit, loves the course and distance, finishes like an absolute train with Craig Zaki, and I make her the horse to beat. This filly that ran couple of weeks ago, Song of Myself from Hollywood Racing, and I tell you what, she won a very, very good race. She was super impressive her first start here, and with Sean Veal up, I can see her running a massive race. She'll give Gimmy's Lassie a lot to think about. And then the likes of Ellerix, Lovegrass, those kind of fillies, it opens up, it becomes really wide after those two. As I say, I'm not really too strong on Splice, the main brace, but it is that Richard Ferree, Alan Greer factor, and she's got to run a drum, I think. But a 3-month layoff and a bit of ring rust might catch her out. These I'm tipping at 4, 10, 1, and 5, and I really do like the looks of Gimmy's Lassie.
I just want to give a mention to Sean Terry, Grant. All the trainers have entered their horses that obviously qualify in this East Cape Breeder Stakes. But really nice to see Sean take a horse down that was bred by Sorella Stud, Winter Greeting, number 2.
Yeah, 100%. It's good to see Sean Ray down here. This race was a black type fillies race, and unfortunately this year we've lost a black type, and it's just a normal non-black type race. Yeah, it's interesting to see them travel with these horses, but hopefully Sean can bring them a couple more often.
Okay, race number 7. We're at the final stretch now of the race meeting. It's the last double on the card, 1,600 meters, fillies and mares, 91 handicap. And we have a look at the betting here. And Alan Greer's got a lovely horse in this race. And that is going to be the horse. We're going to read out the betting first. Walk on the Wild Side, 18-10. Wow, really like the form the horse brings into the race. But Alan Greer's stable companion could be the danger. Number 13, Enchanting Choice. And by the way, Grant, that horse has been back now, 17-10 into 13-10. And guess what? It's Craig Zaki riding for Alan Greer on a horse that's being back. He is plus a half kg. So Alan's got the key to the door here, or the key to the safe rather. May you open this one with numbers 5 and 12.
Yeah, these I was surprised to see this morning when I got up and I checked the betting that they'd all jumped onto Enchanting Choice from Dean Cunningham. Craig knows the filly well. Richard obviously can't do 53.5 and he has to ride for Richmond. So, but I'm still very, very strong on Walk on the Wild Side, the number 5 or so. I think she's way above average. A very good run last time out against the boys. And I think back against the girls, she'll take an absolute power of beating. Her biggest danger must be her stable companion with the weight of money from draw 1, but she's got to run P first start from a 1 draw, right hand turn, anything can happen, but I really like Walk on the Wild Side. Yeah, I make her my nap on the day, the best bet, and I'm tipping at 5, 12, 8 and 2 D's.
5, 12, 8 and 2. Griff, a strong hand here, but is it 5, the local, against the horse having a first run for Alan Griff? He dominates the race, but Grant thinks it's 5, Walk on the Wild Side, to beat number 12, Enchanting Choice. And then we close things off in race number 8. It's over 1,800 meters. It's a middle stakes. The betting, number 1, Master Forester at 4-1. There is some money for number 2, Peace in Our World, 10-1 into 7-1. Then we go on to number 4, Juan Carlos at 4-1. And number 7, Gimme More Time at 5-1. And we got an 8-1 shot here in Only a Poet. How we close things off here, Grant? Do you have something you like? Is it a race where, we can use Juan Carlos as a roving banker on all our bets, or you see it otherwise?
Very honest horse, Steve. Juan Carlos doesn't know how to run a bad race. The 1,800 might be a bit on the sharp side for him, but he's such a good horse. He tries so hard, and you can put him in anything, and he'll give up his best. He's definitely a very, very big runner. So too, this horse, Brendan James, he's in the right kind of a class with a nice draw, and he's in solid form at the moment. And then I found a bit of a shooty that's got a postage stamp weight on his back. Only a Poet, number 12, with nervous Steely up, and he's got no weight on his back. A very, very good first run here. Ran on strongly last time out. Yes, against weaker, but the step up in trip to the 1,800 and the long straight is really going to suit him. And I think at 8-1, he's a decent each way bet. There's no doubt. The rest of the field, Give Me More Time, got to be there and thereabouts, and also Peace in Our World and Master Forester. Tricky kind of a race to finish off. Definite quartet kind of a race where I drove Juan Carlos and Only a Poet and go a couple of horses. And I'm tipping at 4, 3, 12 and 7 with my value on the day being Only a Poet. These.
Like that. Number 12, Only a Poet, with the claim, just claiming 2 kgs now. Take note of that, Nirvan Nesteri. But that could be a nice each way play there at the back at 8-1. Grant, let's go to your suggested bets, which are up on screen.
Thank you very much, Dees. Best bet, race 7, number 5, Walk on the Wild Side. And my value bet, race 8, number 12, Only a Poet. My suggested bet is the place accumulated and goes as follows. We open up with Banker 6, by Banker 5, by 5 and 15, by 2 and 7, by 1, 4, 5 and 10, by Banker 5, by 3, 4 and 12 for 48 Rand full unit.
As always, Grant, thanks for your time and all the best for Friday.
Thank you very much, Dees, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay, that is Grant Paddock, and on behalf of Grant Paddock, Gallop TV, and myself, Dees Dine, and to you, the valued racing fan, if you are playing on Friday at Fairview in Gqeberha, the race on the turf, hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful day for you. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Ashley.